everyone, I'm Laura, this is Jewelry Etc. and here is the deal. I am on my laptop, which is out of your view, I guess you can't see it. That's why I'm upstairs today instead of my studio where I'm usually making videos. I've got my backup camera up here, so I hope the audio is okay. Here's what this video is. Gold. Okay, so I can't remember if it was Cyber Monday or if it was what's the other one? Black Friday. But Goodwill Bluebox did this like one-time special thing where you could buy 3 pieces of jewelry that were supposed to be the equivalent of $500 retail value or more for either $199 or $200. So after much debate, I decided what the heck, so I went ahead and I bought the box. So, oh man, this thing was like, I was anticipating this thing so much. And then in the end, well, we'll talk about it. So I'm going to play this video on my screen and just kind of discuss it as I'm playing it. I'll pop it up on the screen here. Have me down in the corner. And let's review.
I'm really sorry. This video is going to be kind of disjointed and weird. I have to put video.
Okay, let me turn the audio down. My bad. It is going to be disjointed and weird, so I apologize. Where's my volume control? Okay, here we go. Alrighty. Me pointing at the camera, talking about how I ruined the other footage and now I gotta do things this way. So here are the stuff. All right, we've got the first piece here. So this was actually the last one I originally opened. I guess I'm going out of order here. But it is oh God, my hands are so dry. And what is under my thumb? What is under my thumb? There's like something under there. It looks like, I don't even know, marker or pepper. Anyway, so the jewelry had all sorts of markings on it. It looked like, I think this one said 10 karat. I believe it was the 10 karat marked one. The opal that's inlaid in there is lab created. I can tell just by looking at it. And then there's like little tiny chips in there that were diamonds. They looked like diamonds. I decided to test them and they were in fact diamonds. However, check out this knot that I didn't want to deal with. The chain was also gold. I think it was also a 10 karat gold chain, if I remember correctly. Hopefully I'll show the marking, but there's my extremely half-assed attempt at de-knotting the thing. But in the end, I did not bother with it, and I'll go over that later after we see everything. How long am I playing with this knot? I don't know. This was probably like the nicest piece in the lot as far as just, I don't know, sellable. Oh, look at me throwing that thing down with aggression. Good grief. And just so you know, this video, I recorded this thing like a month ago, so I really don't remember it too much. May have even been, well, yeah, because we're in January now, and it was Thanksgiving when I got it, a little bit after Thanksgiving. So there it is up close. It was a really pretty piece. It was pretty. It was a pretty piece. All right, so top back on that. All right, so these are the other 2 pieces, which was this bracelet. This bracelet. The bracelet, now this is the other thing, in the box was a like tag that said what everything was and what their value was. This thing was marked as 14 karat gold bracelet and its value was like $300 or $400, something like that. I was immediately suspicious. I looked at this thing and I thought, this does not look like white gold. It does not look like yellow gold, like maybe. But then I discovered that on the clasp, it says 14 karat or like 1/20th 14 karat gold filled. So even on the clasp, it was written that it was gold filled. All right, so clearly I'm over that. Now we're on to the earrings. So this is the last items in here. And it was pretty, but they didn't even have earring backs, which is kind of a big deal when you're talking about earrings because you want to have, I can't remember if these are 10 or 14 gold. Oh, it says right there. No, it says BJ 10. Okay, so 10 karat. Some people are buying earrings because of sensitivities. So if you get everything gold and then your backing, you would have to like go out and find a matching backing. I didn't just happen to have 10 karat butterfly backs or any backs laying around. So That's something I would have to go like seek out. I wasn't happy about that at all. They weren't bad, and if the other stuff in the lot was, you know, worth what they said, I would have been pretty thrilled. This, I think they valued it at like $150 to $200 without backs. I don't know. They looked like amethyst, and then I think the center might have also been amethyst, like a less saturated amethyst. It just looks like a different color is coming back because I think because the yellow gold is behind it, so it kind of had a pretty color effect going on. It's a trillion cut in the center and rounds surrounding it. So I was considering keeping them and giving them to my mother-in-law for Christmas, but I was so upset with the bracelet. The fact that they would say it was worth that much, and here we are, everything together, that it was worth that much, and that even on the tag it said gold filled. It said 1/20th, whatever the carat was, 14 carat or whatever, or 12 carat is pretty common too, gold filled. So when they sent that to me saying it was a super valuable bracelet, I was just like, no, I was mad. I wasn't too thrilled. All right, so after I went through all those pieces in the video, I decided I would go ahead and test the bracelet, and I tested the earrings too. I mentioned in the video, but I don't end up testing the earrings because I was convinced already that they were gold. They had enough markings on it to convince me, and they looked like it, so I didn't bother with them. And furthermore, in my head, I was already thinking, I'm going to try to return these items. So let's go ahead and watch the testing. I'll show you the testing that I did, which is the original footage of me testing these items. And then I'll pop back on really quick and just tell you the end of what happened. Let's see. We're going to test these babies, all right? As long as my camera will hold out. I'm mostly curious about this one. If this is gold over sterling silver, then there might be some saving it, but I don't know. They claim it's 14 karat in gold, which I already know is a lie, so let's see if it'll at least test silver. Alright, so that's going to be the silver tone bead, and then let's check one of these random gold beads too and see what happens to it. The key with checking gold is to rub it a couple times in the same spot, because you got to get through that coating of metal to get underneath. If it's real gold, or if it's just coated in gold, then this one here will not be affected. This one will be affected a little more, and then that one should go away. So let's test this guy first. It says 14 karat, so let's start there. See what happens. All right, that one's already gone. That one's also gone. That one is staying a little bit, barely. All right, and that should be my 18K. If this is silver, then this one should turn a bright blue. Let me see if I can really zoom in on this one for y'all. And we'll retest that in, what's it called? Alright, so that's turning blue. We'll retest that in 10K. I'm sorry, I didn't finish my thought. Because it's turning that bright speckled blue, then we can confirm that these are silver beads. However, these are not, as far as I can tell. This one should also turn blue. It's not. So that's some sort of, ignore that. There's a silver scratch underneath that going the other direction. So these gold filled ones aren't even silver. It's not even silver underneath. The clasp may be silver with gold over it, but the beads definitely are not. all right, we got one more test here, and that's the 14 karat. And what I'm doing now is just testing the gold purity. Okay, let's like totally sting. I'm going to test over here too. That one went away. That doesn't mean a whole lot. Let me do one more scratch over here. I'm just trying to see if this will stay for the 10. That's the bead. Let's check the clasp too, because the bead and the clasp should have the same results if it's coated in gold. If I can get it. Hopefully that makes sense what I'm saying. Sometimes I struggle for words a little bit. Alrighty, here we go. So this is 14 karat. This is the bead. And it's just going away. I'm not entirely convinced that's gold plated even. Oh, this one's going away too. So it's not even testing as 14 karat. But it also says 1/20th 14K gold filled, so it may not even be a high enough purity to test positive, is what that is. Let's try the 14 karat and just see what happens. It'll probably disappear on this one too. I see on the last one it went away. Doesn't even want to stay on that. What's going on with that? It's sucking up that way. That's very strange. Alright, so what that's saying is these are testing as 10 karat gold and not 14. I don't know. I'm really not impressed with this piece of jewelry whatsoever. Alright, well that was the big guy. So these are silver beads, but that's about all we can say. Alright, it's still definitely not worth the retail value they're claiming. Alright, let's wipe this tray down and give the other jewelry a try. This is just 10 karat, so it should stay for the 10K. And I feel relatively confident the last one is, so I'm not going to really bother with it, but here we go. Here's the 10K. Because I'm going to attempt to return these anyway. Okay, so these earrings are testing as 10K. It should disappear with the 14 karat one. Yeah, it doesn't want to stay. It's going. A lot of times when you have the higher purity acid on the lower purity metal, it might leave a little faint mark there. As long as this one tests positive, that's what we care about. Sometimes it's off a little bit, so the acid for the higher stuff won't entirely eat it away. But it's pretty much going away, so we can confidently declare those earrings are 10 karat, but I don't know. That bracelet was such a waste. That was like a huge chunk of where that value was supposed to be, and it just wasn't there, so. Alright, there we go. That's the end of this one, y'all. I'm not going to bother testing the last one. I feel pretty confident that that's probably correct because of all the markings on it and just how it looks, so. And I'm going to probably attempt to return these anyway because I'm not impressed. But yeah. Alright, there we go. Thanks so much for watching. Okay, so there you go. My suspicion about that bracelet was dead on. I knew right away. I mean, looking at the tag obviously tells you right away that it's not solid gold. So anywho, all that was tested. I was pretty livid because the bracelet price was so high. I can't remember what exactly it was listed at, but like I said, it was a lot. And, oh, the earrings. Okay, so I wrote it in this email. The earrings were listed at $250. $250 was their retail value. How someone's going to get $250 out of those without backs? Good luck. And then so basically what I ended up doing was contacting Goodwill and saying, hey, like this was not what I expected. I acid test all my jewelry. I said that the bracelet was not only marked gold filled, but it also did not test as gold. And then, what else did I say? I mentioned that the earrings were not sellable as is without earring back. So at least that's how I feel about it. I personally Well, I don't have earring allergies or anything, so I wouldn't pay top dollar for earrings that don't have backs, personally. And then I mentioned that the necklace, which I do say is 14 karat gold. It did test as 14 karat, or I mean, it was marked as 14 karat. But I mentioned that it was in a terrible tangle, quote unquote. So I said, what's your return policy? I said, I understand it's a gamble, but this was basically false advertising because I didn't get $500 worth at all. And this was the response I got from Goodwill. They said, typically we do not offer refunds for mystery boxes. All pieces that were sold were tested on a Thermo Fisher scientific X-ray metal analyzer, as well as appraised by professional gemologists before being sent. Okay, so I'm still confused as to how they missed the bracelet. How do you miss that? How do you miss it? It's right there on the clasp. And I tested it, so I don't know. I think this one fell through the cracks is my opinion, but anywho. It says, I will make a one-time exception for this order and will send you a prepaid FedEx return label for your dissatisfactory product. Please note, Laura, that we fully stand behind the appraisal of our jeweler. I presume they mean jewelry. As well as the results indicated by our Thermo Fisher Metals Analyzer. Please contact me as soon as FedEx takes possession of the package so that I may issue you a refund for your purchase. So I put everything back in a box. I sent it all back, and they were very nice about it. I mean, I was happy with that. I don't agree that what I had in hand was real, but hey, what are you gonna do? They took it back, so I didn't say anything else. I just said thank you, and then I sent it back and let them know when it was in FedEx's possession per their request. So that was it. They refunded the money. Shipping was very quick. It was like a very nice transaction all in all. This is my second blue box purchase. The first one was a repurposed box, and it was exactly that. It was just a bunch of junk basically. So stuff that I couldn't reuse. I've heard of people getting some winners in those boxes. That's why I thought I'd gamble on it, but it didn't turn out too well. And this did not turn out well at all. So yeah, there you have it. In my humble opinion, would I purchase this again? No, I wouldn't. I feel like for $200, I could probably get 3 pieces of real gold jewelry for a better price than I paid for that box. So or if you know what I mean, with a better return. Like, I feel like I can source that stuff for a cheaper price than taking a gamble on Goodwill's inventory. So I won't be doing it again, but they did have, their customer service was very quick to respond. They weren't like mean or anything about it. They were just explaining to me where they got their prices from. I just disagree, but it is what it is. So there you go. If you guys have had experience with Goodwill Bluebox, let me know in the comments. I'm still considering getting one of the curated boxes, but they're like almost never available. And I'm almost never available at 6 p.m. on a Friday when you have to be online immediately when the thing drops. So maybe I'll get one day, maybe I won't. I don't know. But tell me what your experience has been. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. All right, y'all. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.